Hey, it's Ned Lynch again at LaGrange Airport in LaGrange, Georgia. And I know where the pen is. It's here. And I don't know, that's not doing anything for me right there. I don't know if that's supposed to be, I don't know. Anyway, as I move this, you can see that the eye bolt here is not, it looks like it's staying stationary, and the movement is coming maybe with the eye bolt that's back in the back. This moves so easy, and the pin's right there. So you're saying the pin, does it engage somewhere, or does that pin keep? Okay, this is the eye bolt. Obviously you know where this is. It's the rear end one. Do that. That's the movement there. The movement seems to be coming from here. It's rocking back and forth where it's bolted there. So that's the problem. I'm not sure if the pen, if anything's wrong with it or not, so just let me know, and then we can go from there. Whoever owned this before did this mess, and they had a different instrument there, and I put the G meter back in, but the where they cut this thing out looks like crap. Do you have any suggestions on how I can make this look better? I know that you mentioned buying this a new plate here, but I'm honestly taking these screws out to get this out. I think what I need to do is just repair these two holes. The other holes are fine. It's just where I drilled it out, and I think we can fix that. But trying to get these screws out, I'll probably just mess this up if I try to put a new piece there. I'm learning about my own computer. It's the first time I've sat here in my kitchen making video like this, and I realize what little hair I have. So anyway, thanks a lot for your time and going back and forth with me on this so we can get the order right. And I will finalize that. I'm trying to find out if I can get the rivets here, because 600 euro, I don't know, like you said, as soon as it goes through Switzerland, it triples. So I'm just seeing if the rivets can be bought here in the States, so that I'm not having to pay 600 euro for them. But I don't know, maybe they're the same price here. So I'm checking on that. And then I have those two pieces of carpet that run down by the rudder pedals, and they're secured to the floor with Velcro, and they collect grass and pebbles and whatever else that are on my shoes. So I think I'm just going to try and just leave that like it is right now. And then my feet tend to slide fine on that. And then there was one other thing that I was going to add. You talked about back on where the elevator pin connects, that there's a bushing inside there that you said needs replacing every 5 years. So I was going to add that to the list. And then I'm not sure about the stickers for the trailer yet. I just need to look at the cost of those before I go spending 100 euro on that. And there was one other thing on there I wasn't sure about too. I'll send you an email on that. Anyway, I really appreciate your time and watching my videos and everything, and I look forward to one day getting to meet you too. I'd love to go fly in the Alps down there where you get to fly. I'm up here where it's in the flatlands, and I wish I lived out in Colorado or Arizona with this thing, because I could have a lot more opportunities to fly it. But again, thank you for your time, and hope these videos haven't been too long, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Okay, here I am again. The guy that owned this before he had all these little booklets made up, and here's the service bulletin you're talking about. There's several, the canopy limiting cable. I'm assuming that's done right. That you're sending me the part on that anyway to replace that. Then there's a rudder control cable guard, which this airplane doesn't have the crotch strap, but I'm going to be putting that in. So I'm assuming that I've got to do this polyurethane foam piece. I don't know if that comes with the crotch strap thing or not. So I do have that with the drawing and everything. Then the aileron control connecting bolts. I know I sent you some photos of I sent a photo of the one of the ailerons. I'm assuming that that was done. I mean, how do you know? I mean, the logbooks that I have, this thing is imported to the States, and it had a bunch of owners, and then it went to Canada. So who knows? In Canada, they had all kinds of. I mean, they penciled in very detailed every flight in this logbook, and they did this annual inspection every year. And I looked at buying one of these from Canada, and they're very detail-oriented people. So I can't believe that they would not have done this service bulletin. I mean, it's 1985, so I don't have any logbooks dating back earlier than like 1994. So this thing's been flying with this air brake modification, which says 1985, and it talks about all the things you got to do. It discusses drilling cutting the plate out to do the inspection holes, and all the stuff, which I know you've got copies of this. I mean, why do I have copies of this and it never was done? I mean, I'm assuming you were also talking about rivets there too. I'm not sure. This whole airplane is a confusing thing for me because the previous owner dropped it off at our airport and didn't tell anybody and left. And this airplane sat there for a year in the trailer at our airport. No one knew anything about it until I got brave enough to go open the thing up and find out who owned it. And he hasn't flown it since 2005. So I'm the first one that's flown it, and I'm out there flying. I've done 8 flights, and I'm out there doing, some aerobatics in it, and I tried to roll it inverted and fly some inverted flight, but it sounded like a bucket of bolts back there because I think it was only one nut, which I found, but one nut clanging around in the back with all the dust and cobwebs and everything else making noise. And I rolled, and I started pushing, and I heard those nuts, and the next thing I know, because it happens quick, I'm doing a split S, and so I automatically pull the air brake because I was expecting, the unexpected. Anyway, I like flying this thing. It's a fun little airplane to fly, or glider, and I want to do some inverted flight, and I'd like to do some competition flying. I mean, I would enter at the sport category, just the basics, not doing anything like you've been doing. And I don't want to kill myself in this thing because it falls apart on me. So obviously, the things that I'm ordering are safety items, I feel. And I, again, appreciate your time.